Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nursehannah coming to you with another video. I just hope that everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving break, a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, spending time with their friends and family. And if you're a student, especially a nursing student, welcome back to school because there's never any breaks. So just to give you an update on where I am right now in my nursing program, I am currently in my second to last semester. I am graduating in May, God's willing, yay! Well, that's the plan, but I am currently taking Peds, Leadership, Community Health. Yes, 3 classes, and these are the ATI books to those classes. So yeah, if you're familiar with ATI, then you'll know about the Proctored exam that I'm going to talk about and whatever else. But this is the book for Peds, and then the darker blue one is for Leadership, and then this one is for Community Health. Now, these look pretty thin, but don't let these books fool you because they have a lot of information in these books. So most of our classes, they push for ATI questions and getting us ready for, Proctored, and then that will get us ready for the NCLEX. So I really didn't buy every textbook for the classes because half of the class is always ATI. Where you will see more of the textbook, it will be for probably class exams or whatnot. But these two books I use for Leadership. And we started using this book, mostly in the beginning of the class, but then when my professor realized what we actually needed for the NCLEX, or ATI I should say, it was just basically prioritizing, delegating, and assigning. So this is basically what we use also. So this book has tons of questions, multiple choice questions, MCQs I should say, and case studies where you would figure out which patient you should see first, which patient should you discharge in the event that there's like a mass trauma. You have a few patients, let's just say like 30 patients, there was a collision crash, a train crash, and you need to discharge someone in order to take the more serious patients. So you'll have questions on that, prioritizing, putting things in order, how to do a TPN, how to give blood transfers, how to probably do trach care. So you'll put things in order, and then obviously you'll delegate what to assign to an LPN, what to assign to a UAP, which is an unlicensed assistant personnel, and also other RNs if you are a charge nurse. So yeah, this book is very, very good. It also helps you to decide how to think, critically think, and just take in charge. So that's what this book is about. And then this is my Peds book, the Wong. All of our books are actually Evolve Elsevier publisher, so that's where all our books actually come from. So, but for the most part, this is our Peds book, and yeah, that's pretty much the books that I use for this semester. And next semester, my last classes, the last set of classes I'm taking next semester is Policy and Ethics and Synthesis class, which is basically like med-surg all over again, I guess. So I don't know how they do it in your school, what your curriculum of your program is, but for us, we, I guess, do everything that we did from the beginning at the end and bring it all together. And I mean, I guess it will help us in the long run because it will get us back into that hospital setting, because I really wasn't that much in the hospital setting in these clinicals, and when I get to the clinicals I'll let you know where I was and what I did. But this semester was really, really, really laxed to me, in my opinion, as a student. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I'm not complaining, but it's just really laxed. I don't know what happened this semester, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I have one more week. This is my last week. I did all my exams for classes. I took my proctors for all 3 classes, and with proctored we have 2 tries. So I took my 2 tries for community, and tomorrow, Monday, I would have my second try on peds and leadership. And I already said in my other previous videos that you will need to get either a level 2, just to show that you're proficient in understanding the material for the classes, and just to, I guess, show that you understand the class itself. And a level 1 is you're almost there but you're not there yet, and below level 1 is just like you might as well just have stayed home for the whole semester. And level 3 obviously is going beyond and exceeding the level 2 proficient level, and you've grasped it very well. So like I said in the beginning, when we did this proctored exam, you know, in fundamentals, psych, med-surg, what else, maternity, we were all like, what did you get? My classmates and I would be like, what did you get? Did you get level 2? Did you get level 1, level 3? And we felt like it made it made us, like, not to say that we were smarter than the other or less smarter than the others, but as long as I passed my class and I'm going to the next set of classes, that's all what mattered to me. So I really didn't care. So unfortunately, this semester all I've gotten was a level 1 so far. But I don't know, it's just weird to me. Like, the questions in ATI are totally different than the questions that you, like, the proctored ATI are different than what you know, study in the exam. But as soon as I sit in the exam and I do my questions, I get so anxious. It's like whatever I studied for the exam goes out the window. The questions seem to have nothing to do with the exam. Like, I don't understand, but there's usually 60 questions for all the topics so far, except for med-surg. It was 90. I believe fundamentals was either 60 or 70, but the majority of the questions are always 60 questions. And the different ranges for the levels are different for each topic. And for community health, just to get to a level 2, it was pretty high. The stakes were pretty high. You needed a 76. And I was always like almost there but not there. And when I got to the second try, I was almost there and not there again, but I still stayed in the high level 1s. I'm always in the high level 1s. And but yeah, that class is actually 5 credits. My community health class is 5 credits. Peds is 4, I believe, and community is 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 4, 5, and 3. So that's 12 credits. And community health, oh my god, like I said, this book is this thin. It has like 7 chapters. 7 chapters. It is so thin. And leadership has 5, and I think peds has like probably, I don't know, 60 something. But community health, do not sleep on community health, because community health is like all over the place. Like, you have questions on med-surg, you have questions on peds, fundamentals, psych, the community, like, you know, school nursing, work nursing, home health nursing, home based, home oriented, everywhere. So it was like, I might as well just study for everything. They talk about mass casualties. They talked about bioterrorism, everything. So it was just so broad, and I was like, okay, this class is pretty easy in the beginning, because like I said, the class exams and stuff was easy. But for the ATI, I don't know. So I got a level 1 with this, and I just left it at that. So I have leadership and community health. I'm sorry, I have leadership and I have peds tomorrow. Like I said, let me see how many chapters this has. This has 44 chapters, so it's not bad. And we actually went through almost everything. And For clinicals, I'm grateful to be at Children's Hospital here in Washington, D.C. And I didn't really know about Children's Hospital that much, where the first ladies, they always come and visit the Children's Hospital around the holiday time. So I don't know if Ivanka Trump, I don't know if it's around Christmas time or when they do, but I think it's around Christmas time. But I got to see pictures of all the first ladies that came and visited the Children's Hospital, and oh my goodness, Michelle Obama, like, she looks so young and she still looks the same. But yeah, I think Ivanka Trump is supposed to come and visit the children, and I guess, you know, just take pictures and whatnot. Ryan Seacrest, he has a radio station in the lobby, like a little lobby area, and you get to see his radio station and all his setup and stuff there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Children's Hospital was so nice. The nurses that I was with on the 5th floor, the SCU unit, or the SC unit, that is the burn unit, or the surgical care unit, I should say. And at first when I started, I thought I couldn't do peds because I didn't see myself like looking at children and them being in such need of help, like, you know, they need heart transplant, burn victims, cerebral palsy, total care patients. I've seen you know, young 4-year-olds with catheters, and it's like, oh my goodness, they're so small and so helpless. So I didn't think that I can see children you know, in the need of help like that. But the nurses were so nice. My clinical instructor was so nice that she made me want to actually apply there and to work there at Children's Hospital. So I was lucky to do my clinicals there. We didn't have a clinical for leadership, but for community health, boy. Fortunately, my class, we don't have the luxury of picking our clinical sites and where to go. And, you know, I guess at the different clinical sites, we have different tasks to do. So there were some of my classmates that had the opportunity to be school nurses. They were somewhere in some adult daycares or some facilities or something like that. But some of my classes and my classmates and I, we had to go to a hospital's home care service. So there, the home care service, the nurses, they meet once a week, every Wednesday, and they talk about their patients. You know, you have the team, they come up, the nurse, the supervisor, the PTs, the OTs, the speech pathologists, and I guess the respiratory therapists. They all come and they talk about the patients, when they're going to get discharged, who needs extra help, you know, who needs nursing, who needs physical therapy, because not everybody needs nursing, but they all can give a referral to each other, you know, depending on the condition or the progress or the prognosis of their patients. So I have to drive like an hour away from where I'm staying here back in my dorm. And not only did they not tell us the severity of the clinical, like, I don't have a car, but I have my license, I can drive, but I don't have a car, and I don't even have access to a car. So I don't have like friends to be like, oh, can I borrow your car for my clinical? No. So I had to rent a car every week from Enterprise just to get to clinical, no, just to meet my nurse. I had to rent a car every week from Enterprise just to meet my nurse at the home base, I should call it. Then once they finish their meeting, which takes about 2 hours or so, or hour and a half, 2 hours, then I'm assigned to the nurse who I have to follow behind and drive to the patient's homes. So typically we would have clinical starting like at 11:30, 12. We'll pull out, then we will go and she'll tell me about her she'll tell me about her patient, and yeah, I'll just have to follow her and just drive around. I'll see about 3 or 4 patients, probably 4, depending on the time that we start and how long we stay at each patient's homes. Some patients might have, you know, longer visits than the rest. especially the ones that are being discharged. We don't really have to do anything to them, but just to talk about, you know, their discharge, and you know, they have the right to appeal. That if they feel the need for more services, then they have the right to appeal that they want to, you know, have longer services. If not, then I guess they'll just be discharged. But for the most part, my clinicals, I've seen mostly patients with diabetes, CHF, hypertension, you know, some diabetic wounds. What else? I've seen like 2 patients that were, you know, cancer patients and about to do hospice care. I've seen, you know, ostomy care, and that's about it. I haven't really seen anything too drastic, but for the most part, I would say I've actually saw a diabetic, you know, foot wound, all the neuropathy problems that come with it. So yeah, the nurses, I should say, they do about almost everything, but they don't do everything. Like, there's some things that they cannot do as a home-based nurse. So yeah, that was basically my community health clinical. Like, we literally drove every week, every Wednesday, following the nurse. I would literally dread Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Like, I wished that clinical was only 6 weeks for community health and the full semester for peds, but it was the other way around. And I just wish that next semester, when I have my clinicals, that it is not too far and I don't have to follow anybody. Like, I already told my my teacher, or the lady or instructor who is in charge of the clinical placements, but this clinical was like a waste of time to me in a way, because all I did was vital signs. The home-based nursing, as I should say, the patients, they will have the folder from the hospital, so that when everyone or when anyone from their team comes in to sign and see what they did, everyone is like, it's on a folder. So all I did was write the vital signs, and that was just about it. Observed, and that's it. I really didn't do anything. And then, you know, when she was done, I'll say, hi, thank you for letting me come into your home, and that's it. And then we were off to the next patient. I left, and then that was about it. So that was that community health clinical. But I'm just happy that this is the last week of school, and I mean, finals is next week. I'm not really done, but yeah. So basically for the rest of the semester, we have a group presentation to do tomorrow for peds. So we're gonna do that after our proctor. I don't know why she waited so long to, you know, do this presentation. I think she should just give us 100 and call it a day, because she waited so long to tell us that we're gonna do this presentation that we totally forgot about it, and now everyone is scurrying to do their group projects and get it together. And she said we have 5 minutes to present. Like, how? We have a lot of information. How are we gonna put everything in 5 minutes? But that's what she's doing. So my group, we chose cystic fibrosis. She told us that we had to pick a child, you know, we had to pick a child disease or whatever like that, being that it is pediatrics. So pediatrics is going good for me right now. Like, for me to range my classes on how well I'm doing, or the severity or my anxiety of it, I would say it's community health, leadership, and then peds. Peds is actually really going well for me. I'm doing really good in it. My grading projectile, I should say, I will probably finish out with probably 3 B's or 2 B's and a C, but I'm actually pushing for a A and 2 B's. So yeah, I'm not really doing well with community health, sad to say, but regardless, I'm still gonna pass. But I'm just trying to get 2 B's and an A. So it's not pretty bad, you know. So I mean, that kind of concludes this video. I really wanted to make something really short because it is kind of late. Well, it's not late, it's probably like 6 something, but I just wanted to get this video out of the way because I have to finish on my project. I have to finish on my project, and I have to also study for my proctor that's coming tomorrow. So just kind of wanted to make a quick video and an update for you guys, because I've had some people ask me when I was going to do an updated video on my nursing program. So I just wanted to do that. So I'm happy that people are actually looking at my videos and actually wanting content, because there's been times where I felt like no one's asking for me, and I just felt like I needed something to look forward to in a way. So it's like, oh, people really want to see my videos, so I'll just put something out. Like, I always felt like I didn't have the proper equipment, or I don't know what to say, or babbling, and it's like, you know, going in one ear going out the next. So I'll try to be more consistent. As I have a Christmas break coming up, I'll see what I can do during that time break, but obviously I will be getting ready for the next semester. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see. Obviously I have no time for makeup right now, but I tried to at least put out this nursing video for you guys, and I hope that you like it. Give it a thumbs up. If you are a nursing student, I hope you guys can put the book emojis down below in the description bar, and let me know what you guys are studying, where you guys are right now in your nursing program. Are you about to finish? Are you about to graduate? Are you in the middle? Are you processing to get into the nursing program? And let me know how you guys are with your ATI proctors as well. And until next time, bye bye.